Furniture has always been a pain point in the co-working world. We are not providing a solution that we know is not going to change for the next 10 years. And when you think about the financial commitment of opening up, let's say 25,000 square feet of co-working space, and you have to remember that co-working space usually has a much higher density than a typical office space. Furniture is the largest financial commitment you are going to make. As a CEO, when I'm making a decision on a new location, furniture is always at the forefront of that decision-making process because it is such a big cost up front before you open a location. You're probably putting a furniture order in because of all the lead time issues that is a hangover from the pandemic. You're probably placing that furniture order at least 7 months, 6-7 months before you're opening a location. At Workbar, we typically have a furniture order ready to go when we sign a lease. And that life cycle is probably at least 6 months before we actually open the location. So we're not collecting revenue off of this location yet, but we're extending the capital of the furniture costs up front. It's very risky. Furniture in general is a really big pain point in the co-working world. What our relationship with CORT has done is enabled Workbar to move the furniture expense from a CapEx to an OpEx. And once you make that move and you no longer have to put the capital up front from the furniture, and it's more of a monthly operating expense, and it's something you can change and sort of in and out depending on what the actual people using the space need and want, it becomes a completely different model. A model that is less risky, and a model that is more transactional.
I spend a great amount of time with commercial real estate leaders, and often we walk through a total cost of ownership analysis. And we're looking at the total cost of ownership that includes things like the furniture itself, the cost of capital, moves, decommissioning and destruction, the person to manage the furniture, and the list goes on and on. So it's good to do a comparison of what the total cost is versus rental with CORT, and then to make the right decision. The risk of making the wrong decision with furniture is immense. The cost of capital, the furniture itself, the environmental risk, flexibility in our planning and strategy is important, and we like to say flexibility is the safety valve for not getting it wrong.